believe it's gonna be a tough cookie to crack. Keeper of the Light, Coddle's banned out by Empire. They've seen one too many secret games to know that that can be pretty effective. Or just, you know, any game. I mean, Naga Coddle is actually a disgusting combination.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Oh my god. Yeah, you could kite him for ages. I just realized that. Ensnare's actually so good this game against Fen. It's actually disgusting. And that's like the #1 issue with that hero. Is that if you don't have a BKB, or even if you do have a BKB in this sense, you're going to get kited. And they have 2 ways of locking down the hero through, actually 3 ways of locking down the hero through Magic Community. Although, I'm not sure if you want to duel a Sven when he's got God Strength and, let's say, Mask Madison. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if he's not, if he doesn't have it, you're good to go. That's smooth sailing. You're not going to die from that. But if he's got God Strength, then you're jumping on him as a Legion Commander. Probably going to die. But that's neither here nor there. As Team Empire, they have 1 more pick here for 10 seconds left, and we'll see what they decide to choose. And it's going to be the Beastmaster, and we saw this yesterday from Denial. This is all about controlling the map, using your Scout Hawks, and on top of that, they have Roar. Wild Axes for physical damage is pretty solid, and I think it's a good choice. And could be Beastmaster mid, could be Beastmaster in the off lane, could be Beastmaster the safe lane, depending on where they send the Doom and where they send the Sven as well.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Zeus.
Right. I mean, it's actually ridiculous now that they have Zeus as well. Like, AUI, once the mid-game does hit, he'll be level 6. I'll have Zeus ult. Lightning Bolt will be coming out. I mean, they'll be able to duel you and either Brain Sap or Lightning Bolt or both. And that hero's probably dead. On top of that, if you try to engage on it, Mirana's going to be taking a lot of damage from this global. EE with Radiance and Riptide are going to be destroying Skyrath and Mirana, and they squish your heroes. And on top of that, she'll be able to deal with Doom, Beastmaster, and Sven later on. And Fatsa, obviously, if he gets a split off, there's no real way to deal with that, I feel like, for Empire. So this is a tough matchup, I think, for Empire. And I'm sure they're going to be very interested in. Uh-oh, my casting is...
through these Brewmaster Brew.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But how often are you going to be able to get through? God damn it. I was waiting for that. By the way, if anyone hasn't seen that video, go over to Reddit now. Seriously. This is actually the most glorious thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Where's the blush icon here? There we go. Alright. We're good. Well, Group B matchup between Cloud9 and Empire. I do want to say a couple of things. First off, these are... we have 6 Group B matches today. 6 of them. We originally had 2 games scheduled, 2 series scheduled, but then they threw up another one on the dock and like, hey, why not? Let's keep going. Let's get as many matches as we possibly can. By the end of today, Cloud9 could be 6-0, Empire could be moving up to, I believe, let's see, they have 2 matches, so they could be moving up to 10-4. So there's a large possibility where My Insanity could be moving up to, let's say, 7-1. So there's a lot of opportunities for some teams here to play some good Dota and get up to the top of Group B. Like, the top of Group B could be drastically. Of course, this is Empire versus Cloud9. Our next series following that, of course, is going to be My Insanity, who is replacing Navi US. Rip them as they have some roster issues and has said, hey, we should probably not play Dota anymore. And so that'll be against Team Empire, and then My Insanity versus Cloud9 after that. So Empire, Cloud9, and My Insanity have some action-packed Dota today here in Dota Pit. Of course, as always, I'm going to be your commentator. With me is F4L here on Dota Pit, which is twitch.tv/Dota Pit. We are going to jump into the game. The pause is done. We're ready to go. I'm hype. I was just waking up as the draft started, but now I'm in full swing. The coffee is kicking in, F4L. Are you good to go?
Excellent.
I know it's like 7 a.m. over there or something. You're some ungodly hour.
It's actually 9. So
No, whatever.
fine.
I mean, listen, you West Coasters are all the same, so. EE and Solo are going to run into each other, but a little bit of tiptoeing around each other, I suppose, as EE's kind of going back and forth. He's looking for somebody. He's not going to go and... Oh, he's going to get Stormhammered. And there's the arrow as well, but it misses on Internal Envy there. Always Wanna Fly was thinking about going in with the Sven, but decided against it.
30 seconds to battle.
So already Mano used, and he actually has to get Clarity. And, wow, that could have been a lot worse. It turns out to be just fine for both squads. A little bit of harass, but nothing special.
Yeah, and it looks like this is actually going to be a support Sven and a carry Mirana. I actually like this a lot coming up from Empire because they really needed that range damage this game. I think if the Sven was a carry, it would actually just get kited all game.
Yes.
The battle
The-
begins.
The Fiend's Grip would be a real problem as well as the Ensnare and the Sleep, so...
We talked about the... Yeah, we talked about the Ensnare, and, honestly, yeah, this is a really good choice from them. They are 2-1-2ing it against a tri-lane, and this is a pretty lethal tri-lane from Cloud9. It's actually just a lot of damage. Pilot Eye and AUI 2000 like, yeah, we're going to nuke you down. We have a guy that has no face and a little short Mario dude that's got lightning at his disposal. You got to be careful. So, for your Empire squad, it is going to be Always Wanna Fly. He'll be playing your Sven. Mirana's going to be played by Silent. And they're looking to go early here, but more probably just going to get EE some levels and some farm as well. They're going to zone him out with this Bane. Meanwhile, we're going to have Solo playing your Scarith Mage. And, of course, it's going to be in the mid lane, Scandal. He'll be on your Beastmaster. And top lane, it is going to be Yoki safe lane farming your Doom.
Yep, and on the side of...
Highlight dive. First blood's going to go. Looks like he does stick up, or he's going to go down regardless. Always Wanna Fly getting the kill. Very close. He could have made it away. The stick early on was kind of helpful, but not enough.
Yeah, unfortunate for Highlight Eye there, giving away that first blood. And then on the side of Cloud9, we're going to have EE farming the safe lane on the Naga Siren, being supported by Aoi 2000 on the Zeus, as well as Highlight Eye on the Bane. In the mid lane, we're going to have Fata playing the Panda against the Beastmaster. And then in the off lane, we're going to have Bone7 getting a one-on-one matchup this game against Yoki's
Yoki,
Doom.
look out, buddy. You're going to get killed. One more right click. Oh, the Centaur Stomp Bone. He's so close, but he's not going to dive for it. Oh my god, Yoki makes a big play with the Centaur Conquer War Stomp. He actually had no mana for another one. Wow, he was so close to dying there. Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a very difficult lane for Doom.
Bone7 is being aggressive as all hell. He is kind of low, and he's actually out of regen. He does have, obviously, Moment of Courage. It's not that great, though. Down bottom, though, it looks like there's going to be a matchup. Pilot Eye getting caught out again. He's going to fall. He's down for another 7 seconds. Pilot Eye dying twice in this lane. And EE can't get up to the lane to farm. He is at 8 last hits, but this is going to be a really good lane for Empire. They're already putting on the pressure. This aggressive tri-lane, it's starting to pay off.
I didn't actually see what happened. How did he end up in all...
I think
just
he
ended
got
up in all
arrowed?
3 heroes.
Yeah, he kind of was... Looks like he got stuck. There's an ensnare on an illusion E. That's not going to do anything. But yeah, I mean, it was like he got fumbled up. He's like, hey, I got to get back to... No, guys, please. Can you? All right, I'm dead. Then he died to Empire. I'm sure there was a Stormhammer into an arrow, more than likely, but.
And this lane doesn't really offer any comeback potential. I think, you know, had they not died early, it would have been okay because, you know, you can probably farm decently safely on the Naga.
Arrow, EE, concussive shot is going to go. The Riptide as well. There's going to be the Arc Lightning. And the Ensnare, they want to take down Silent. AUI doesn't have any mana left. Solo's going to come in, and he's going to try to right-click against AUI. He's doing a good job of it. There's the Nightmare. EE actually has no Riptide. Now this Fen coming back in. There's going to be the Warcry. Stormhammer onto the Arrow. Boom! EE, you are dead, my friend. Now the Arcane Bolt going in as well. Pylai die. He is going to get right-clicked down. The stick charge to save his life. Oh, that stick actually works this time around, but they lose their farming Nagasar, and this lane is about as bad as it can go for Cloud9, and this is really, really rough for them at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Mirana
attack.
has the 3rd highest win rate and 6.82.
It's ridiculous. Yoki? Yeah, that seems kind of ridiculous considering, I don't know, I guess the hero does still get picked up quite often, but oh, Fatsa and Scannel having a bit of a tiff in the top rune spot, deciding not to go for anything there. And Envy is actually just going to go top. They're going to ensnare Yoki, Bone 7. Riptide's going to go. He's got no usage for the Scorched Earth, and they get the kill. EE will be a part of that, actually skilling up the ensnare. So he's forced to go for a skill build that allows him to roam and gank rather than maybe being effective in farming, which I don't know if he minds at this point. He's not going to get anything bottom. They could maybe try to trade mid away, but Fatsa could head bottom there, and maybe he could be more effective in contesting some of that farm, but it looks like they're just kind of giving up this bottom lane for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, they can't really contest that well anymore. Envy's not farming well. It was a good rotation by him.
Oh no. Pylai die, gets arrowed. Stormhammer comes in. Always want to fly and silent combine on yet another kill. And Empire off to a hot start. Hot damn start. 4-2, 700 gold. They actually just purchased up a bottle for Silent. He's got his phase boots already. Eternal Envy, if he dies here, he is going to be very far behind. He has 10 last hits in the comparison of the 28 of Silent. We know this guy could farm, but damn, he's putting on a clinic again. Top lane, TP in, Bone 7. Mana Burn's going to go through, but there's the Nightmare from Pylai to save his life. Brainset actually gets the kill on Solo, who gets caught out of position. Yoki's right-clicking at Pylai. The man fight, not much of a man is Bane, but he'll try his best up against the Doom.
And Yoki actually gets that chain lightning from the Harpy Stormcaller.
Oh, I thought that was the Mana Burn. That's actually an annoying spell.
It's 50 mana for 140 damage.
Actually, that's ridiculous. Roar, Pylai die, Wild Axe, he's done. Yoki gets another kill. Empire putting the pressure on, man.
Yeah, and generally we never see this on Doom, but if you're actually able to get this early in a 1v1 matchup, it's actually an absurd amount of damage for the mana that it costs.
The thing is, you do, if you have a bottle, you can just keep spamming it, but he doesn't have the biggest mana pool in the world. So 50 mana might not seem like a lot, but in this situation, you do kind of have to be careful because you won't have Scorched Earth if you use it too many times and Devour, but there's a Roman gang squad coming in. They're looking for another hero. They're going to find AUI, I believe, is stacking up. Yep, there they go. Concussive shot, Stormhammer, goodbye, Mr. Mario, man. You are dead. It was a good effort. And now he has to be, like, under the tower. Luckily, he has mirror images up, so that will allow him some way to farm, but Bane does get the kill on Yoki top lane, and there was a duel coming out, finally. So Cloud9, alright, they get something going. They get a kill on Yoki, they get the duel, that's pretty important.
Highlight doing pretty decently on this Bane after feeding early. He has made 2 rotations into the top lane, both being successful. And Aoi is really struggling on the support Zeus. He's level 2 right now, not able to find any experience. He just died again while he was trying to do a double stack.
Uh-oh, Moonlight Shadow. They don't have any sentries here, I don't think. They have Lightning Bolt, though, but they're not going to go for this kill. Stormhammer from the backside, AUI 2000, not again. It's like, please don't kill me. Yoki's coming in, he's got Doom. AUI is very low. Doom up onto Fata, and the Lightning coming from Yoki gets 1 kill. Will they get the second? It looks like yes. Fata getting chased down, and Empire are diving underneath the tier 1 tower. They get 2 quick kills. AUI already respawns because his respawn timer is so goddamn short. Meanwhile, on the backside, Pylai die getting chased down. There's the concussive shot. The Ancient Seal, the Roar coming in. That just came off cooldown. Pylai die is dead as well. Empire are running over Cloud9 in game number 1 here.
Man, Empire doing a really good job. They are allowing a bit of space to Envy, so Envy's probably not going to be
Dire's top tower has fallen.
too concerned at the moment. I mean, he's only at 17 last hits. Empire doing a really good job of not only shutting down Envy, but ganking the mid lane, and they're taking a lot of map control in this game.
The one good thing I think Cloud9 have going for them is that Fata is very close to a Blink Dagger, but even that is I mean, he's going to have to Blink Split, otherwise he's going to get Ancient Sealed or Doomed or something, and this is really tough for them. I mean, you're going to have to get a BKB at some point for this Brewmaster, but if you do so, I mean, it's going to be later on. And Envy as well, he is not farming well, and like you mentioned, he only has 24, he has gotten up to 24 last hits, but he doesn't have his Aquila yet. He has no Quelling Blade. He's only got his bottle. So if he's trying to get a Radiance, he's still really far off, unless he rushes it at this point, which I don't think is the best option.
Yeah. I mean, usually we see him going for the Arcane Boots and then sometimes into the drums or just the straight Radiance. But it's going to be a really long road before he is relevant this game. And I think they're going to be relying very heavily on Fata to provide this mid-game sort of power to get them through into the late game.
I mean, this is going to be tough.
As well as Bone 7. I think those are going to be the two key heroes right now.
Yeah, Bone 7 is actually not too far off either.
I mean, Owie and Envy just really aren't going to be relevant for quite some time.
Split does get off in the mid lane. They were trying to gank him. No Ancient Seal coming in. There's the Moonlight Shadow. Cyclone will be up onto the Mirana. Dispel Magic does go. Doesn't take off the Moonlight Shadow. There's the Fiends group coming in. The overwhelming odds. And they will use the Roar. Nyoki does get out. The Riptide coming in. They're trying to fight. They're man fighting. Bone 7. There's the song. They've got to retreat. They've already lost one. Fata, his split is done. Envy says, let's get the hell out of Dodge. The melancholy of Eternal Envy continues. He's getting chased down. Concussive Shot is going to go. They aren't going to go for the fight. There's going to be the Warcry going in. Instead, they're looking for the top lane. Fata is running away. And they'll continue onward here as...
That's really not what you want to have happen. They use the split. They don't find any kills with it. They rotate all 5 heroes to the mid lane. And they even have to commit to sleep to make sure that they don't lose any additional heroes. Pilot Eye does end up going down in that exchange.
That looks so good for them. They had the overwhelming odds come in, and then it just wasn't enough. They couldn't get in to use the duel, obviously, and if they did, I think he would have died anyway. Silent getting chased out. There's the duel. The clap as well. Is this going to be enough? Silent going down would be huge for Bone 7, and he gets the kill. Rather, it is Fata, but it doesn't matter. The duel victory goes to Bone 7. Nightmare up into Always Wanna Fly. No Fiend's Grip. He does have his Storm Hammer. He's also got God Strength. He's going to try to TP, and he might be able to make it away. No, yes, he does. Just gets out in time. Bone 7 didn't really have any damage because, I mean, he was stunned up, and the Warcry came through. He was able to survive the right clicks of Fata and Pilot Eye, which were like wet noodles at that point.
Yeah. And so it does look like C9 are going to try to give this mid lane to Owie so that he can get some levels. He's desperately in need of levels. He's level 4 at 11 minutes in this game. A hero that can't function without these levels. I'm a bit surprised actually that they last picked the Zeus with the Naga Siren. Usually all the times that I've seen a support Zeus being picked up, it's picked up with, you know, something in the safe lane that's not so greedy, maybe something like a Doom or a Lycan, so that you have the option of jungling, and it looks like Envy's actually just gonna fall on this top lane.
Dead again.
It's getting wrapped around.
And there's the Stormhammer. The arrow came through again. The melancholy of Eternal Envy continues. The split going in. There's going to be the throw. Yoki getting Fiend's Grip. This might be a kill. They have no vision. They're so close to being able to kill him. The immolation was almost there. He's going to go into the trees. Stormhammer comes out. Doom is going to TP away. They actually had no detection. Always Want to Fly around the tree line. They couldn't even get a return kill with split. They had no detection, and Doom just TPs away. Empire are up 2,000 in net worth. I feel like it should be a lot more at this point. And C9 are actually up in experience, but they've got a long way to go. Again, you talked about AUI. He's level 5. He's actually getting chased down by Silent. Starstorm was about to go. Arrow misses. AUI is dead to Starstorm, actually. It's just more than enough.
Uh-oh. Silent is just going to go ahead and TP away.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Eternal Envy getting chased down by Solo. Or rather, yeah, the axes are going to go. Song, he does have it. Okay. They might be able to chase him down. Yeah, they're going to just chase him down. They don't have a Blink Dagger. They don't need it. Look at how fast this Doom is. Vroom, vroom. He's got Scorched Earth. He's got Phase Boots and always want to fly. He's going to fly Stormhammer here in a second. It's going to hit. They're diving real deep, but they will get this kill. TP rotations in. God Strength with pop from the Sven. They'll back away. Bone 7's looking to fight. He does have enough money for a Blink Dagger. Doesn't have it on him. Roar comes down into Pylai Die. Jump forward from Pata. No split available. Always want to fly. Still has his God Strength for a couple of seconds. They might lose Scandal here, but it might be worth it. I don't think they're even going to kill him. Bone 7 is looking for overwhelming odds at a duel. He actually bottles up. They come through. Bone 7 very close to being able to duel this man. Scandal, overwhelming odds. He's got to try to get into the trees here. There's the duel going in, and finally, Bone 7 picks up the blink, blinks forward, and gets the kill. A lot of work for one kill on a Beastmaster.
And Silent was farming that entire time. So, this is a very crucial stage in the game for Cloud9. Can they get enough done with these 2 Blink Daggers on both the Panda and the Legion Commander to get them back into this game? And that's going to be crucial because, I mean, we've talked about it a couple times. The Naga Siren's not, especially in this particular game, not going to be coming online for at least, you know, an additional probably 20 minutes. I mean, just a Radiance is not going to be enough in this game because of all the single target damage that is coming out from Empire. And the Zeus really not being very effective in this game. He does finally get to that level 6, so he's going to be able to do at least a little bit in these teamfight engagements.
I mean, at this point, though, it's kind of... The Zeus is good when he's on par with the rest of the heroes. There's going to be a dual top, it looks like. Silent's going to pop. Now there's Dust going to go, and now Silent is going to get caught out. There's the clap, and they will get the kill. Bone 7 jumps in. Another dual victory, so 44 damage now. His level 2 duel is done. A Smoke Gank, or rather a Moonlight Shadow Gank from Solo and Always Want to Fly. But I was going to say, I mean, Zeus is really good when he's on par with the rest of the heroes, but he's not even close in terms of levels, so the damage is going to be kind of minimal to a certain extent. EE is close to getting ganked here in this mid lane. They are wrapping. They have the Greater Hawk to give vision. We've seen this before. And EE has to play so far back. And
Solo has auto attack on. Why?
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're going to jump in.
Go into
Nightmare, concussive shot, Pylai Die, silence up. Mystic Flare is going to go. They do get the kill, but not of the hero they wanted. Still, a kill's a kill.
Well, they're actually able to get a kill when 3 heroes are there with the 2 supports on the side of Empire, so...
Top
Silent
lane
is getting dueled up again.
Again? Roar comes through. They're not going to win this duel. He doesn't have his Moonlight Shadow to retreat on, but the Doom's going to go, and Fata actually is dead. He can't split away. And that gank turns into Fata just dying. Starstorm goes, and they were able to just slow him down with the Greater Boar and make sure they actually secured a kill off the back end. So Fata dies. He's dead for 36 seconds. And I mean... That's just
really
the problem.
important that Scandal didn't die to that, or Silent didn't die to that duel, rather.
Yeah. Ooh, dodging some bullets. The arrows coming through the Matrix style, and AUI's trying to counter ward, but the ward is up on the high ground here where the Roche Tree was, and Pylai Die is going to wrap around, and they might spot this out, but AUI is not using his Lightning Bolt to kind of counter ward this, so they do take the tier 1 tower top. That was a while ago, I believe, and this gives some more extra farm to EE, who now is at 2100, and he's not even going for any kill at this point. No Quelling Blade. I imagine he still goes for Radiance.
Straight Radiance. So.
Yeah.
It's just really looking to accelerate that farm. And if we look at the Naga win percentages by Radiance timings, you see that if you get it before 20 minutes, you have extremely high success rates. Anything after that, and you're looking at a sub 50% win rate.
Yeah, I mean, 20 to 25, 43% it's still okay, given how this game started. But after 25 minutes, it's not necessarily why bother, but it's getting close to that kind of territory. And he's done a nice job of not dying since the first couple of engagements. And his team is looking to create space. You look at Cloud9, they're looking to roam in and try to find kills. Everyone is bottom, though, currently for Empire. Scandal has his Blink, Solo has a gem actually coming out, Always Want to Fly has an Urn and Belt of Strength. Doom has plenty of farm. He's got Midas, Phase Drum.
Yeah,
And
Bone 7 and Fata actually doing a really good job using these Blink Daggers to create space, find pickoffs, and get some decent dual damage onto Bone 7.
They're going to duel up on Always Want to Fly. Lightning Bolt's going to go. Arrow's going to sail in. They do get the kill, and now they're looking for more, but Silent's going to back away. Moonlight Shadow expended. I think you have to back up now if you're Cloud9. You take that win. kind of just run with it. And the more they could do that, the more space is created for Eternal Envy. And I don't know, man. I mean, this isn't out of the realm of possibility for Cloud9 for EE to get up a Radiance at about 20 minutes or so, maybe a bit later, and then start doing some work. Obviously, like you talked about, it's you need more than just the Radiance this game, but at least it's going to be enough for him to maybe sustain his pushing and farming for a while. Yoki might get caught out here. Fox is going to come in. He's going to blink, clap. Split's going to go as well. Yoki can't doom. There is going to be the usage of the boulder toss, and he is getting low, and meanwhile, Always Wanna Fly coming in, stuns up one, and they can't chase further. They might try to go and Always Wanna Fly. They're deciding if they want to or not. And then Bone 7, or rather, Flatza does not chase up to the high ground. They just split for nothing, and bottom lane is getting pressured now.
It's really unfortunate, committing even the split.
Goodbye, Pile Die. 8 deaths.
So, Scandal with the gem, they're gonna try to deward the entire vision of Cloud9 and basically do what we saw yesterday, and I think this will be very effective. If Cloud9 don't have any vision, it's gonna be a lot harder for the Legion Commander and Panda to find these pickoffs that they've been getting for the last couple of minutes.
I feel like the Zeus was used to just be able to control, you know, the map and just get vision in general. Like, because they realized how rough they had it yesterday when they couldn't have literally any vision because of the Greater Hawk and the gem coming out. But I don't know if this is going to be enough. We saw how it is when they play blindly. Like, they just can't find farm. They can't really push out of the base. They can't contest Roche, obviously. I mean, at this point, there's definitely no way they can contest Roche. I mean, there's too many farm cores up on Empire, and Empire just going to be able to take this without incident. So Roshan's going to go for Empire. Always Wanna Fly, pops the God Strength, and maybe Silent grabs it. Silent already has his Maelstrom, by the way. He is second in net worth, only behind the Doom, which, I mean, Doom has a Midas and Devour. So it's impressive that he's even keeping up with him at this point.
Yep. So doing a good job. They are going to look towards Roshan. And C9 really aren't finding any trades for this. They are getting a little bit of control in the top lane. But Aegis does go to the Doom. So a little bit surprising. I thought they were going to give it to Silent since he's been the prime target for these duels. And that is one thing to note for the side of Empire. They don't really have any defensive capability against a duel.
They don't have a disruption. Yeah, they don't have...
the only thing they can really do is maybe roar or stun him up, but yeah, that's not really the best solution.
I mean, because there's going to be other heroes streaming in from the backside anyways, so your main damage isn't going to be from the Legion Commander. It's always from... It's almost like a Faceless Void in terms of locking heroes down, but it's with more damage sources, more likely, and less damage from your actual core.
Yeah, another thing to note is actually this Zeus pick is actually quite good against Lincoln Spheres, and I think Lincoln's would actually be a good choice on some of these cores for Empire, like going into the late game, maybe on the bottom, possibly even you could see maybe a Lincoln Sphere on the Beastmaster and then he uses it either on the Doom or the bottom, but probably not even an option because of the Zeus. He just has too many tools to remove that Lincoln Sphere, so...
Between Arc Lightning and Lightning Bolt, I guess I'm not sure. I guess Lightning Bolt still removes Lincoln Sphere even though it's not necessarily targeted, I suppose. I think it does.
It should.
Yes, I think you're correct in that. I mean, well, regardless, they have Arc Lightning, which is like literally every second spammable, so that's something to keep in mind. Scout Hall coming up again. Fata is going to have his Vlads rather soon. They're going to TP out. They realize that a couple of heroes are coming in, Always Wanna Fly. I'm surprised Always Wanna Fly doesn't have a blink already, considering how much farm he's gotten. AUI throws up the scouting ultimate. Zeus, ult now! He does, and then they don't find anything. And
yeah, it's perfectly fine. When you get counter-warded like this, using the Zeus ult off cooldown to get vision is actually perfectly fun. Or not even off cooldown, it's more if you have no vision of any of them, you can just use that ult. If none of them show up, then they're smoked, and if, you know, they all showed up in the top lane there, so they know Envy is safe in this bottom lane, so definitely worth it to just use those ults to get some information. Envy does go ahead and pick up his relics, so probably going to be looking at a 24-ish minute Radiance.
They're gonna Phoenix Grip up and always want to fly. Do they have enough damage here? Duel? Yeah, they'll have enough damage. Bone 7 gets the kill. They actually avoid the arrow. Pylai Die just juking that, but they will have some heroes top lane. Moonlight Shadow's gonna go. No Zeus ult to get them some vision. They have the Citra here, luckily. Meanwhile, the only hero not here for Cloud9 is Eternal Envy. Scouthawk's gonna fly through. It's actually about to die. They kill it with the overwhelming odds. Another one comes through from the north. AUI doesn't see it. Scandal looking to roar up, and they're gonna find a hero. Blink away, Doom up. That'll actually be on to, I think, Pylai Die. AUI 2000 is gonna fall. And the Song of the Siren's gonna go. They want to try to contest this tower. They want to fight EE. He wants to get involved. Bone 7, no duel coming in, but he's got overwhelming odds. Look at the Blink daggers come out. They can't find one. They will use the overwhelming on Scandal. He's got Blink up in about 6 seconds here. Do they have the ensnare coming out? Absolutely not. He's too far away. Bone 7 has duel in 3 seconds. They're chasing too far. Empire are gonna try to regroup and get going yet again, it looks like. Instead, Cloud9 back away. They don't want to take anything too crazy. And in the end, they end up taking a 1-for-1 exchange as AUI dies. They're defending their top tier 1 tower, but EE is leaving, and they realize this. Zeus ult's going to go, and now they actually spot this out. They know that there are 2 heroes around mid, and they're going to just back away. Well, top lane, engagement happening. Always want to fly. Duel is up. He's got the God Strength, but it's not doing nearly enough damage. Scandal, he's going to get split on. There is Roar available. He's going to get boulder tossed on. His head is hurting as that rock just flies through and hits him in the back. And, of course, the double kill coming up from Bone 7 as well. He is up to 3,000 gold. Bone 7 is doing work this game. He is one of the reasons why Cloud9 are staying in this game. He is the 3rd most in net worth. He gets the double kill there. He's got 3K gold in the bank. They're still actually alive somehow.
And up to 86 duel damage, so really important that Bone 7 is doing really good in this game. And once he gets up this BKB, whoever he duels is probably just most likely going to die.
Yeah, I think at this point, he has enough damage on his own where he can start solo ganking maybe.
As well.
Yeah. What, did they? Yeah, that was huge. It was on
I forgot.
It was on the Beastmaster rather. And Radiance is now done 23 minutes, so it's not at that 25 to 30 minute mark. It's before that. It's the 20 to 25 minute mark. So if we looked at the win percentages earlier that Montpax or Statman threw up, it would be, I think, a 43% win rate now. That's historically how the statistics work. But does that mean Cloud9 are going to win this game? They have a 43% chance? No, that doesn't mean it. It means that they have a better chance now. I mean, this is Eternal Envy with boots and a Radiance. I mean, he's still got a lot of work to do. He needs bots, obviously, Heart of Thrask, Manta Style. He's got a lot of items he needs to build towards, but the Radiance is going to increase his farm exponentially. I mean, he's going to be able to take the jungle, he's going to be able to take the lanes, and he's going to work pretty hard to make sure the split push is annoying for Empire to deal with.
Yoki does pick up that Aghanim, so...
Always want to fly. BKB's going to go. They can't even arrow right now. Clap's going to go in, and Silent has to leave. They did not expect the BKB coming out. They were waiting for a kill. And just a great fight. Again, a great pickoff from Cloud9. Bone 7, he does use the BKB, but he gets a kill out of it, so not wasted.
Bone 7 just getting absolutely out of control for Cloud9 right now.
He is snowballing, man.
Up to 100 duel damage on a losing... Like, they were losing terribly. They just did so much work with the Legion Commander and Panda, and Empire probably not as grouped up as they maybe should have been. Although they did find a lot of pickoffs with, you know, both the Sven and the Skywrath, so you can't fault them too much. It does look like they're finally going to group up in the top lane. Everyone except Sven is now grouped. And whoever gets doomed in this next engagement is actually just going to fall to the Aghanims.
Are you... This Sentry Ward is literally an inch away from taking this Observer Ward on the Roche tree, or whatever it used to be called. And that you've got to be kidding. Zeus ult's going to go. And honestly, this has been the more impressive thing, is that they're getting kills with Bone 7 without using the Zeus ult. It's mostly been scouting Zeus ults coming out from AUI.
Yeah, the first couple were... assisting the duel, but now pretty much just using this ult for information and vision.
Yeah. And I think this is the right play, because this is going to give them the map control that they need to successfully... I mean, you talk about information all the time and being able to farm lanes for Envy safely, and this is exactly what they need. They need Envy to be safe when he's farming, and Zeus ult will accomplish that. And they'll continue to put pressure on multiple lanes. I mean, and as long as Bone 7 is nearby, there's always a chance they can get a couple of kills. However, there is going to be an Invis gank coming in as Yoki does pick up the Invis rune. Always one of flies on the high ground. EE is backing away with Bone 7. He's on the backside. They're going to maybe jump in. Bone 7's going to get doomed up. He did not expect Yoki to come in. He's in trouble. They're right-clicking him down the level death. There's going to be the Nightmare coming in from Pylai Die. The Moonlight Shadow, they pop the Sentry. Now there's going to be a usage of the ultimate from Bane. Vanta jumps in, right-click down. He does get an ancient shield as well. Mystic Flare, and he's low. He can't get his split off. They do take down one. It's a 1-for-1 exchange as Bone 7 does go down, but he gets denied, obviously. Roar comes in, Vanta can't get his ultimate off. The Lightning Bolt coming in. Pylai Die way too out of position, but he should still survive here. 2-for-1 exchange. That's the first good fight I think Empire have had in about maybe 5 to 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and they were able to get the crucial Doom off onto the Legion Commander. Pretty much their main source of damage, and I mean, providing a lot of disable at this point as well, so good engagement. They were able to get the deny off onto the Legion Commander during the Doom, but during all of that time, Silent, perfectly fine with the situation, just goes ahead and split pushes the top lane, already up to his BKB, acquiring another 1,000 gold and putting some pressure onto this top tier 1 tower.
I mean, this BKB is good against the Brewmaster, but and I guess the Zeus as well, but
That's definitely good.
I mean, I think Bone 7 is going to be kind of an issue. Yeah, I guess if he gets the BKB off before duel, he should be fine, but other than that, I mean, this duel is going to be still a nuisance. Yeah, the Axe Doom, and this is something we haven't talked about, is that Yoki had an outstanding performance against Secret the other day on his Doom. I mean, it was, I think it was 18-1 and something. They're going to maybe jump and always want to fly. BKB is going to go. They're going to do always want to fly. They won't get the kill. And Bone has a mega kill streak, as he did get denied the last time they did fight. So, but yeah, I mean, again, we can't really not talk about Yoki in the late game because he's a driving factor of them winning one of those games against Secret the other day.
Yeah. And I mean, at some point he's probably going to be looking towards that refresher, which is going to be really important as there is multiple threats coming out from C9. Especially the Legion Commander, and at some point this Naga's going to need to be doomed.
That's the issue, man. And how do you protect yourself against... Oh, blink. Bone 7 almost got caught out with that arrow, but how do you protect yourself if you're a Naga against the Doom? Do you hope that your team gets the Lincoln Sphere at some point, or do you just kind of sit back and deal with it?
You just don't show your hero.
Okay.
You just use your illusions in the fights until both Dooms are cast. Because if you actually get doomed on your hero against the Aghanims, until you get the heart, you're actually just gonna fall. And even with the heart, there's certain situations where if he's able to chase you down, you're still gonna fall.
Right.
Because it basically does infinite damage as long as they can chase you, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could try to bring the Doom down. Not the easiest target to kill. Silent's gonna get Riptided. They do Moonlight Shadow. He's alone top lane. Do they have detection? They had a gem. It's still on Pylai Die. Oh, they're going to run right into Silent. Bone 7 looking for a duel. Can't find it. Fots is here. The Blink Clap's going to go. The BKB from Silent. There's the Zeus ult coming in. They have some vision. They know that coming around the backside is going to be Scandal. They don't want to go for him. They want to kill Silent. BKB is done. So he's forced to pop the BKB and run away. They can't really get any further and try to get a Fiend's Grip off. They don't have a Blink Dagger. Silent has to leap away. Almost getting a Nightmare off coming out from Pylai Die. He was close, but... now it looks like Cloud9, they're the ones being aggressive here. And this is, I mean, Yoki could have come up with this team and maybe doomed a hero and tried to fight, but they're all so spread out at this point. But maybe a tier 2 tower for Cloud9, I think.
Yeah, and Envy doing a good job using these illusions to farm up the enemy jungle. Although he does get some Mud Golem, so a little unfortunate for him.
Yeah,
up to 2,300 gold. Probably going to be looking towards the Mantis style. Maybe actually just go for a Heart Rush, as I think Empire will have a lot more issues dealing with a Heart than a Manta this game.
Yeah, I think the Heart's going to be the main issue in killing him with the Doom. And honestly, he's having a good time. He's, yeah, this is looking pretty solid. I mean, he did get some Mud Golems. Those things are really dumb, but at the same time, he does get a couple of camps. They get Roshan on the side of Yoki, who gets the Aegis for Empire. So, a bit unfortunate, but that's the trade. I mean, 2 for Roshan, classic trade coming out. It's standard at this point. Also, look at I mean, the Naga Illusions are split pushing, and they've actually done a really good job. I mean, this tower is now at half health, below half health, the tier 1s. So there's still a lot of tier 1s for Cloud9 to take. And that's why they're still down 5k in net worth. Yes, the Doob is farming well. Yes, Silent is farming well. But I think once they start getting some of these towers, the net worth graph probably it changes drastically. Oh, the Courier Solo was scouting it out. It's not going to find it. He has a ward. He's going to place it up on the high ground yet again. So AUI split pushing as he always does. Like, this guy split pushes on literally every hero. It's actually ridiculous. He's got a Zeus Soul. He's going to get always want to fly. EE actually does get the kill because of the illusion, but an impressive play. He wasn't split pushing. He was killing. Fata splits up, and he doesn't want to get doomed. And that's actually a smart choice, I believe. If he dies there, it's a bit unfortunate, and they maybe lose a tower out of it.
Yeah, so the Shiva's guard now picked up on Doom, so he's getting extremely tanky. Probably going to be looking towards that refresher next.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think once you get that refresher, I mean, you can maybe wait for Silent to get a couple more items, but at this point, the thing is they're getting split pushed so damn effectively that they're really having trouble dealing with it. And we've seen this from Empire before. If they get, like, split pushed to death, like Secret, who are monsters in the late game, they had a fantastic time with an Anti-Mage and Keeper Light just split pushing like crazy and taking the game late. And Empire actually had just done so much work early on in that game, and the same is true for this game. It's not necessarily a repeat of that game, but it feels like Empire's landing stage is fantastic, and then when they get to the late game, they just have trouble finishing the job.
And if we look at the gold, it is going back into the favor of C9 at this point. They are being more efficient with the map, constantly split pushing with these Naga illusions, and they're just out farming Empire at the moment.
Yoki does get a kill on Paladai. The song did go. I didn't catch the kill, but he will pick it up. It's with Doom, though, so they don't want to continue any further. And he's going to head back towards the mid lane. And, yeah, I mean, you're right. They are being extraordinarily efficient. They're getting farm all over the place. AUI again. Jasmine 2000 has got some goddamn split pushing and split farming capabilities. This guy is absolutely unbelievable at this game. There is nobody smarter when it comes to Dota, I feel like, than AUI 2000. That guy is so damn intelligent. If you sit back and talk with him, which I've done so on many occasions, he will just blow your mind with the things that he'll talk about in regarding to just theory crafting. And it goes to show, I mean, like, you saw some of those videos he uploaded onto YouTube about replay analysis, and I mean, he's just that good. He wants to provide information to those, 4,000 MMR players who are trying to break into the 5,000s, and I mean, he's just got a wealth of knowledge. And he's gotten back into the game. Again, he's 0-4 and 6, he's level 11, he's level 2 Zeus ult. He is obviously a very poor, under-leveled support, but this is about as good as it's going to get, I think, for him in this game. As they are smoked up, he's going to head to top lane. They're going to bait Eternal Envy, and they're going to try to wait for him to get jumped on here. Or maybe they're just going to go ahead and look for a fight, and they're going to find, oh, great blink initiation. They will roar. Scandal going in, and that was a little too much, my friend. Then they popped down the ultimate from not one, but two heroes. Actually, three, including the Zeus ult, and they get an easy kill. Bonechan doing it again.
Yeah, not too big of a deal using those ultimates. They are all on low cooldown, so...
Yeah.
Definitely going to be wanting to use that duel whenever you can pick up a free kill. And he is starting to work towards that Assault Cuirass, and he's actually not too far off. Bone 7 is actually just massive this game.
He has 132 damage. Holy shit. I was not expecting that.
Man, Empire...
Oh. Goodbye, Paladai.
That is the gem.
That's the gem. It's on the deck. Primal Split's gonna go. AUI, no, don't die. Song of the Siren comes through. EE to save the day. Silence here as well as always want to fly on Yoki. What can they get done with this? There's the bots coming in from Scandal, though. He has gotten back into the fray. And now they will Cyclone him up, though. You have the Radiance Burn doing some damage. The Fire Immolation coming out as well from the Panda. More illusions coming through. They don't want to take this fight just yet. They'll leap away. They take down Paladai. They save the life of AUI 2000 and the gem. Both gems in base. Right next to each other. Are there any gems in Empire right now? Absolutely not. Losing those gems is actually huge. And now, Eternal Envy, the rest of the squad can start getting some map control back in their favor.
Dire's bottom tower is
And
under attack.
pretty unfortunate for Empire. Maybe they didn't know that there was a gem on... It just looked like they didn't know there was a gem on Bane because they weren't really prepared to pick it up. And Owie able to sneak out with the gem. And Envy with the follow-up sleep, able to secure his exit. Looks like Envy does go with that Manta style, so... And he looks like he's going for a defusal afterwards. Does have enough gold currently to go ahead and pick that up if he so desires. What are your thoughts on getting a defusal instead of a heart right now?
For Envy?
Yeah, I think it's really greedy.
I guess I really would like the heart more because it just makes you a bit safer. You can actually even participate in fights. But if you want to be more effective and I guess farming and not only that but doing damage, which I suppose he's been pretty solid thus far. He hasn't really died in a while. I guess this is an okay choice. But we'll see how fast he can get the heart up. If this turns out to be a poor decision, I mean, we'll know quickly because he'll just continue to die. But I think actually they have room. I mean, Empire aren't really putting pressure on. But as I say that, they're going to smoke up. They're going to look for a kill here. They're going to head towards the mid lane. Bone 7 might get caught out. Yeah, he's going to get doomed up. Empire jumping in. This is going to be a huge kill for them. Concussive shot. Big kill. Mega kill streak, in fact. Eternal Envy is nearby. Pilot Dot does get the kill on the top lane and always want to fly. Who gets caught out of position. They use the Fiend's Grip there. Everyone's heading back towards top for Empire. And Eternal Envy will continue to farm the jungle as well as the rest of the lanes. But no tier 2 for Cloud9 to take. So a 1-for-1 exchange, but it definitely favors Empire. I mean, losing always want to fly is not that big of a deal as long as they get Bone 7.
But Empire aren't able to convert that kill into anything. You know, they get a kill in the mid lane, not able to pressure that tier 2 tower as all of Cloud9 are sitting in the top lane and Envy is just constantly split pushing with these illusions. So how do Empire... They need to really be converting these kills into something more. Pressure on the buildings. I mean, Cloud9 still have all of their tier 2s available.
Yeah, this is something that, again, we saw in the Secret game, is that Empire get off to this fast start, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down all the outer towers, but suddenly they just start losing engagements, or they just get ganked, and they lose heroes consistently. I mean, Silent has actually a decent amount of farm, but they can't really get anything done with it. And same with Doom. I mean, Doom will get one kill, and then they're like, okay, well, I guess we have to back up now. And now they actually have, like, no map control in comparison to what they've had before. So this is the even worse thing, is that they can't get across the river because they have absolutely no vision there. That's actually just crazy. This has changed drastically. Although the net worth is still in the lead for Empire, it's not as big as it once was. And the experience still keeps going in favor of Empire, but that I mean, as long as you have a farmed Eternal Envy, I'm not sure if you care that much this game.
Yeah. Yeah, experience always going to be a problem when you have this Naga Siren because you're constantly pushing out the waves, not getting the experience with your hero.
Yeah.
So is almost to that level 16 point, the crucial level onto the Naga. Cuts that sleep duration in half down to 60, which is pretty ridiculous. And Empire really need to look to end this game pretty soon if they want to have a chance to win, because sure, in theory, going into the late game, it might not be so bad with 2 Dooms, because if you are able to Doom Naga, you can probably take her down, but it's just so difficult. And how much damage is the Naga going to be able to do to all of your heroes with the illusions before you're able to take her down? And it's not even like Naga's the only issue. I mean, Bone 7 on this Legion Commander, up to 132 dual damage, has the AC and BKB completed.
Bone 7 is going to walk right into Yoki and get doomed. Not sure what happened there. I don't think he saw him on the high ground. Goodbye. Yoki's like, I'll take a free kill with a double damage rune. No problem. Yeah, Bone 7 is the other issue, I think, for Empire this game. Luckily, they take him down. He's down for 60 seconds. There actually has no buyback, but I mean, the illusions are going to come through. They actually just got to cut the creep wave. Top lane, Silent is here. He pops the BKB. Pilot had a Fiend's Grip, but does not go for the kill. He's actually trying to get his BKB. I think it's actually dust that's flying out. No, the gem, rather. I don't know what that courier is doing.
No, the courier's just following Pilot so that if he gets caught out like right now, he just puts the gem.
Yeah, it's actually just so smart. He's like, I'm going to die here. I'm going to just use the courier. Take my gem. Leave me. The courier's going to get sent back home, and that's pretty smart. To have the balls to say, hey, I'm actually going to die here. Let me just put my courier or put my gem on the courier. Like, it's pretty selfless play, I think, coming out from Cloud9. But Empire pick up another kill. I mean, they're starting to make these kills into streaks and starting to secure more and more of them. But again, it really comes down to, can they actually push across the river? Can they start taking objectives? Roshan's up, by the way. It's been up for a while. They know this. They're going to shoot an arrow there, and they could maybe contest this for Cloud9 for the first time in the game.
I mean, these last couple of kills really haven't... Empire haven't been able to convert them into anything. So Silent does pick up the MKB, so getting a lot of damage onto himself. I would imagine he probably needs something. He's going to need a Satanic at some point, and probably a Butterfly. I would say the optimal item path for him would be something like BKB, MKB, Satanic, Mjolnir, Butterfly. He does have that casual Yasha. I actually hope that he doesn't go for a Manta, because I don't think it's actually that useful this game.
Even with like split pushing and like putting some illusions in the tower, you don't think it could be... I guess maybe
it's
not.
Okay, but
I mean...
Because I don't think you're going to be able to you're not going to be able to siege against Cloud9.
No.
You have to win a fight and then take buildings. So.
Rush is done. They need to get out. The rest of Cloud9 don't look like they're stopping. They smoked up. They were looking for a fight, but they didn't know that Roshan was up. Fatsa jumps in BKB. They're looking for... Oh, wow. Solo gets to the high ground. But there's the duel. Yoki, but there's the roar. Is Yoki going to fall here before he gets his doom? Always want to fly. There's the Mystic Flare. Bone 7 is going to take a spell. Scandal now getting caught up, but he pops the cheese. Nom nom. He's going to run away. There's 2 dead on the side of Cloud9. Not the greatest fight. They've got to get away. Song is going to go. Always want to fly in Silent. There's the Cyclone coming in. They're going to try to secure the retreat of the Panda. Brewmaster Fatsa will get away, but with 2 dead, great initiation coming out. Empire, they make sure Solo gets to the high ground, and they make sure they get the Mystic Flare off on top of Bone 7, and he was not able to do enough damage to get the kill onto Yoki. 2 dead. Cloud9 lose the fight.
Yeah, that was really close. Really good roar from Scandal to make sure that Yoki is able to survive through that duel, and I think they actually could have focused a bit more onto Yoki, and after Yoki didn't die during the duel, the fight just fell apart for Cloud9 at that point.
Yeah, a bit rough.
Oh, and Envy going for a Butterfly. Oh, this is just such a greedy build, but I mean, he is going to do so much damage with these illusions, and he hasn't died in quite some time, so yeah, honestly not a terrible choice.
I think because he realizes like he's getting away with complete and utter free farm now, and also, by the way, he's got up to 547 GPM and 431 last hits after having the roughest start on a Naga I've seen in some time. He could get away with maybe getting a heart next. Like, that's going to be his last item, actually, is he's going to just sell this bottle, get a Heart of Trask, and maybe pick up a Diffusal too and finish everything off. And then he's 6-slotted for an August Iron, and that's it. And Empire still have yet to take not only a Tier 2, Tier 3, they can't even get even close to a set of racks. So I think at this point, they're really happy with how this game has gone. Although, again, they've lost a couple of engagements recently. Bone 7 doesn't have buyback. He's just bought his BKB and his Salt Kuraz, so... well, I mean, if Empire could somehow get a pick on Bone 7 and maybe another hero that don't have buyback, they could somehow stop EE from pushing out these waves. I think they can maybe take some towers. Also, if they kill EE, they probably... I don't know if they win the game, but he doesn't have buyback right now, so... He'll be down for some time if he dies. He'll have like a 70-second death timer.
Scouting... Oh no, 7. Then actually leaps onto the high ground on accident.
Oh, he gets forced down. He's fine. That was a rough ride coming out for Sagan, but...
I'm just not sure about this Butterfly, because if he gets doomed, it just disables the evasion anyways, because he has Aghanims, and... At that point, what is the Butterfly even doing for you? It's giving you some agility, but... I mean, he's basically just banking on not getting doomed in these fights.
Unless Shell's gonna go, Pylai might die again. He has the Courier behind him. They might lose him and the Courier here, if they're not careful. Wrapping around, we actually see Solo coming through. He's pretty far out of position. Moonlight Shadow's done. They don't scout Solo yet. Pylai is going to get arrowed up. Concussive shot. Ancient Seal. He doesn't get the gem off the Courier. He does he? And they're looking for the Courier.
But
no, they didn't get it.
It's under the tower. They don't want to risk dying for that.
AY's going to go and pick it up. The Courier's actually just going to go all the way around. The flight of the Dusky Courier. He's going to make it back home. Come home, Balto. You can make it. EE gets a kill in the mid lane onto Solo. He gets Ancient sealed up, but it doesn't matter. Solo was caught out of position. EE just runs him down and gets the kill. Dusky, please.
Does look like Always Wanna Fly is starting to farm on that support Sven
AY's dead, I think. Oh, Yule Scepter. Press the attack, and Yule's coming in and forces away from the Starstorm. Bone 7 again.
Radiant's top tower
The
is
life-saving
under
hero.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Always want to flies and stand. They're looking for a kill. They might find it. Mirror Image is going to go. Always want to fly. Might use the Storm Hammer. He's actually out of mana. Gets diffused up. They do take the tier 2. There's the duel, and Bone 7 gets the... How does Bone 7 get across the map that fast? He TP'd over. Now they're going to fight in the base. Here we go. AUI is dead. That might have not been worth it for Cloud9. They take 1. Will they take more? Doom is up. Now they have Refresher, by the way, on the Doom. Pilot Eye has to head back home. He's useless now. Yoki's going to walk out of the base. Tier 3 finally done. But they actually have Silent, who's very low, but he should be able to leap away. Yoki, he might be able to jump back in. He's got the Doom. He's going to come in EE. Doomed up. That's huge. The split's going to go off. They're still chasing after 1. Silent, he's going to BKB, looking for Bone 7. He's going to try to duel. It's actually down for 14 seconds. Arrow comes in onto Bone 7, taking so much right click. Bone 7 is in trouble. He can't afford to fall, and he will. And he is still doomed up. Fata is trying to do whatever he can to possibly stave off this aggression. EE no longer doomed up. Silent getting caught out. They will grab the kill. Fata's the one that gets it done. Oh, thank God. EE still doomed up, but luckily was able to survive long enough to come back into the fray, push them out. Yoki cannot go for the racks, and they don't even take any damage onto these buildings, maybe with the exception of some chip damage onto the range racks, but that could have been so much worse for Cloud9. Empire, they were so close to taking it, but not enough there.
That was really well played by Silence. It looked like he might get dueled. He was able to leap away, pass the arrow, use the Mantis Tail, confuse Bone 7, and ends up actually just killing him. So well played by Silent in that fight, but they are able to get the Rex. They use, or not the Rex, sorry, the tier 3. They use both Dooms, unable to take down Envy in the end, and now that Fata has this Lincoln Sphere, I think it just gets that much more difficult for Empire in these fights, because now Yoki gonna constantly be having to look for who has this Lincoln Sphere. Is he gonna put it on the Naga Siren, and
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
or is he just gonna keep it on himself to make sure that he doesn't get doomed?
This is gonna be a tough sell for Empire. I don't know what they can do at this point.
And a heart now gonna be completed for EE.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
he's at the 6th slot. The only thing he can buy now is the Diffusal level 2, and then he's actually just completely done.
We talked about whether or not buying the Diffusal and Butterfly before the Heart was a good decision, but I mean, if they're not fighting, if he's getting free farm and he's not dying, then it's more than okay for him to do this, and he's done a really good job of just staying alive and securing CS throughout the map, so...
They get a Lincoln Sphere on solo. This could actually be a... I think this Lincoln's is actually more important than the Lincoln's on C9, because now he can put this Lincoln Sphere onto Silent, and they actually really can't deal with a Potom with a Lincoln Sphere.
This actually... They have to break you with Arc Lightning. That's the only thing you were talking about earlier, is that Arc Lightning is going to be able to break through it pretty quickly, but...
Yeah, but if he pops his BKB and then they put the Lincoln Sphere on him,
yeah, true.
There's actually... Yeah, there's no way to pop the Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah. I mean, then you're going to have to waste maybe Duel or an Ensnare. And one of those two you don't want to waste. Always want to fly. He actually blinks away immediately. Yeah, he was able to Warcry, run out, and make sure he didn't get caught out by a Duel or by really anything. Solo is Moonlight Shadow top lane. He's looking for somebody. I'm not sure who exactly, but he's just kind of sitting in the trees with the Haste Rune. And at this point, if you're Cloud9, now that EE is 6-slotted, I think you kind of have to contest Ferocian. You kind of have to start taking fights. And Song's going to go, and they're going to catch Always Want to Fly. And this time he was farming up, and, I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, you're dead. I think that's how it goes. Maybe not, actually, as he's going to be able to run away. The Ensnare's going to fly. There's the BKB for Yoki. They don't want to commit that far in. They will actually get the kill with just the illusions. That was actually kind of sketchy. And they're going to back away now.
I mean, it was
Arrow,
a 7-second BKB.
Fata nightmared up. They're going to doom him, though. No, BKB, he doesn't get off the split. There's going to be the refresher. Now the duel is up. Can they get the kill on Yoki? They desperately want this. Yoki, he's about to fall. Great duel from Bonechan. They're going to snare up on his Silent. He doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere on him anymore. He's going to get right-clicked down. There's the roar. Does nothing. 3 dead for Empire. Cloud9, they're starting to take the fight to Empire. And they will Nightmare up Scandal. He's going to get killed. Double kill for Eternal Envy. They're going to head back to the top lane with AUI. He'll push out the top wave, and they're going to go straight down mid. And with only one buyback on Yoki, is this more than enough? No, it's not even close. Eternal Envy's going to walk to the high ground, the illusions. The melancholy is over. They're going to riptide this wave, and they're going to take a tier 3 and maybe even a set of Rex. Song is going to go. He's going to push back any heroes as the buyback came in from the Doom. He wants to make sure they can't TP, and they actually might back away. They don't want to take this fight without all of their heroes here and the Doom having his Doom available. And, well, actually, he doesn't have a pressure, but
and these
maybe smart play.
Doing so much damage. Tier 3 actually going to end up just falling to just Naga illusions.
And Yoki's taking a significant amount of right click just from one Naga or two Naga illusions.
And I mean, it just takes one fight for C9 and they're just completely back into this game. One bad fight from Empire, they end up getting the tier 3 mid, they get a lot of experience and golds. I mean, Empire just can't be taking fights like that. I think had they had all 5 heroes there, that could have been an easy team fight for Empire. They would have been able to get the roar off onto the Legion commander after the duel, but not having all of their team there, Always Wanna Fly already falling, so he wasn't able to use the war cry to give the additional armor to his team. And a big mistake coming up from Empire. I think after losing the Sven, I think you just back off. The Doom, or the BKB wasn't even available for Doom in that engagement, so.
Yeah. And he got caught out, he got dueled up. Bone 7 again coming in to save the day once more, but the only thing that could have gone worse for Empires was the fact that Roshan was not available. AUI gets a kill on Solo. I think he maybe just soloed him. No pun intended. Actually, Solo got back to the base. He was rather low from something. Maybe the illusions of the Naga and just died, I think. How unfortunate that he goes down. The Zeus ult actually doing work. And AUI does finally pick up a Blink Dagger as well in the top lane. And with Roshan available, I mean, it's time to fight, I think. It's time to go. For both squads, that is. Moonlight Shadow has not been used. They walk up to the high ground. They counterward immediately. Now Yoki's going to get dueled up. He cannot get out of this. There's going to be the roar. Yoki feeds Grift as well. He's dead. He just bought back. And that is the beginning of the end. As you say so often, Empire. With Yoki down for 105 seconds. Scandal is about to fall as well. He will blink away and try to TP. They actually can't get this kill. It looks like he'll make it out, but, I mean, Yoki's dead for 96. No buyback
and now
whatsoever.
Roshan for C9, and that could just be it. No buyback on this Doom. They're probably going to get the Midrax and Roshan unless something crazy happens for Empire.
He is 6th slot. He won't be taking this Aegis, and he won't be taking the cheese. I imagine Bone 7 grabs one. He'll grab the Aegis. The cheese is going to be grabbed by Fata, or, yep, Fata. They go down mid lane. They're going to try to take this Rax. It's naked. It's exposed. It's vulnerable. And, well, Silent, Scandal, and Solo are the ones here. The 3 S's are going to try to stop the Brigade of Cloud9, the SOS Brigade. He's going to go up to the high ground now. The Raxes are going to get right-click down. Bone 7 going in. And they just take these down. The Assault Cuirass, the right click of EE, and Bone 7 is actually ridiculous. Plus 186 dual damage coming out from Legion Commander. Not on top of the extra right click damage. Yeah, at this point, there's the Zeus ult coming in. Bone 7 looking to fight. There's the God Strength getting popped by Always Wanna Fly. He has the Mask of Madness, and at this point, they've got to try to defend. Even without the Doom, they have to do something here. But the Raxes are already going. Scandal looking to fight. Always Wanna Fly. Roar up and Pylai die. He's actually going to fall. And they might get this melee Rax. It looks like Solo! It's actually just one right click away. EE was bottom. He was looking for a tier 3 tower. He actually can't find it. He's running away from a Solo Sven. Bone 7 might blink in and try to take this. He's going to press the attack, do up onto Scandal. Scandal's actually just going to die. Bone 7 now taking Mystic Flare. Solo has to back away. Solo is in some trouble. They will take the melee Rax. Range is low. That will not be able to regen up. Bata. He has split. He's going to pop it. Yoki now. He's going to pop his BKB. Bone 7 might get dueled here. He's so low, it might not even matter. He's got the Aegis. They're going to wait for him to respawn. Meanwhile, Eternal Envy is taking Megas down bottom lane. He is clearly getting them. No problem there. Back up top, we do have the Primal Split. The Brewmaster, not dead. He does have one Brewling available. I believe it is the Air Panda. Yeah, he's alive, and no problem. And the only building that is left standing, besides the tier 4s and the huts, of course, is this Range Rax top. And Empire are moments away from losing game number 1 in a 55-minute affair. Cloud9 with a really rough start, but some impressive play at the end of this one.
So Envy gonna be sending 3 illusions to the top lane?
but
Fauna,
Fata!
so. Yeah,
Bone
that's
7
gonna
does
be
get
good.
arrowed. Yeah, that's probably it. Bone 7 is gonna fall to Mystic Flare, yes, but I mean they don't, I don't know if they really need him. He's actually just completely out of the base. He's taken the range set of racks though. Clap coming in, no split for 40 seconds. There is the cheese for Fata. And he might pop it. There it goes. And now AUI comes in. Silence BKB is about to go down. Arrow does connect, but Silence is just trying to kill AUI before he shuffles off this mortal coil, and he will end up dying. GG finally called. This was only game 1, man. We have 5 more games on tap. Empire being involved in 3 more of them. Cloud9 the same. What a start, though, for today's Dota Pit games here in Group B. Some great action.
MVP definitely Bone 7 in this game. Creating so much space for his team and doing a really good job on this Legion commander.